What up, y'all? I'm back with a different video, and I want to talk about my last video and one or two comments that I received. And the last video was about how the system strips black men of their identity. And as you grow up as a black man, you're told who you are and what you can accomplish. So that sets a ceiling to who you could become, and it sets a ceiling to who you are. Like the whole purpose of life is to discover who you are and find out what differentiates you, find out what gifts you have, what disadvantages you have, how you can, who you are. And when you're constantly told that you are this person or that person, or you can't accomplish this, it sets a ceiling in your career and your personal growth. That was my whole point. But as I read the one or two comments, maybe three comments I got, it was one positive comment, but the rest was just people telling me that I'm playing a victim and that I need to get over it. And I don't even think one of them admitted to not even watching the video. They were like, oh, after 3 seconds, I clicked off. Like, you're not even, what? But anyways, to the people that maybe genuinely watched the video and were confused, I'm not saying it from a victim mindset of, oh, as a black man, you are set against these odds and you should give up. No, I'm saying you should know what you're up against and move accordingly. Knowing your weaknesses is not playing victim, or knowing what's against you is not playing victim. It's playing the game by strategizing, by knowing what you're up against. I don't even understand what the comments were about. But anyways, this made me think about something else that I've been thinking about recently, that's the whole Chud the Builder situation. When I watch videos like the people like Sneeko or Myron defending the Chud the Builder situation, it lets me know that, especially in America, people have a tendency to want to provoke and make fun of black pain and struggle and history, but as soon as you acknowledge that black pain, struggle, and history exist, then you are vilified, or you're playing the victim, or you're not letting go of something that happened so long ago. But every year, we acknowledge that 9/11 happened. We acknowledge that all the heroes that died in World War I, World War II. When we talk about the Holocaust like it happened yesterday. But soon as, even when it comes to the whole Palestine situation, there's issues in Sudan that are happening at a greater scale, but no one wants to talk about it. Why? Because it's black issues. The reason people take the Free Palestine stance is because white people can see themselves in those people. They can see themselves being those people. But when you talk about Sudan, when you talk about African American struggle and slavery, no one wants to hear about that, because for one, they want to bury the history so they don't have to feel the guilt, and for two, they don't see you as human enough to have compassion and see themselves and empathize with your pain. I think about a quote that Malcolm X said, and I don't want to butcher it, but I'm going to rephrase it because I'm going to say I'm rephrasing it because I'm not remembering it exactly. But he said, if you stick a knife in a man's back 9 inches and you pull it out 6 inches, that you didn't solve the problem. If you take it all the way out, you still haven't solved the problem. You only begin to solve the problem when you take the knife out, you acknowledge that the wound is there, you help it heal. But white America doesn't want to even acknowledge the pain, let alone take the knife out, let alone help you heal. Every time you bring up a black issue, you're playing the victim. And I think some people are so ignorant to the point where they think that if you bring up a black issue, that you are saying that other races or ethnicities do not face their own struggles. That's not what we're saying. Every single person on this earth has their own struggles, no matter if you're rich, poor, black, white, whoever you are, you have your own struggles, and you have the right to voice those struggles. But all we're saying as black people is that we have the right to voice our struggles too. Our pain matters. And I think the fact that voicing our struggles makes you irritated is a sign that you don't see black people as your equal. Oftentimes people will, even in friend groups, if you are the quiet one, you never argue, you're very agreeable, people will not talk bad about you. They will not have anything to say about you. And that's how I see Asian Americans in America. Asian Americans are the model minority because they don't cause a ruckus. They're very obedient. They let white people take the lead, and they strive to be white people. They pedestalize white people, and that's what they want black Americans to be. But black Americans aren't that. And so when you aren't obedient and voice your opinions, your pain, your struggles, your point of view, people have a problem with that. Because then they have to actually question their own beliefs, their own narrative, their own role within your pain. We all, even if I meet another black man or another black woman, they will not have the same experience as me. Even my brother that I grew up with in the same household has different experiences than me growing up. And I say that to say everyone has the right, or should have the right, to voice their opinion, their pain, their struggle, without being told you're being a victim, you're playing victim. it's like we're, as Black Americans, we're told, even the stance that Sneeko took, saying that the N word should not um, make Black Americans angry. Like, you would not hear anyone say that to any other race, feel comfortable saying any of that to any other race. But he knows that he can get away with it to saying it to Black people. Because our pain is easily dismissed. As Black Americans, as Black people in general, you're expected to endure the hate that you receive without reacting, or if you react to the pain that, or the rhetoric, or the slander, or the racism, then you're perpetuating the stereotype of a Black person. So you're supposed to lay down and take all the racism without reacting. And if you acknowledge the pain of your ancestors and how that traces to the pain that you're currently experiencing, the hardships that you currently have, then you're playing victim. But every other race can call out when there's injustice within their community, and not be ridiculed for it. How is that fair? And to be fair, not even to be fair, to be honest, the Black experience universally is a unique experience. No other race has been demonized, but also just put through so much pain at the same time. It's like even when you see white people being scared of Black people, it never makes sense to me, because it's like, how did we let the tables turn that bad? You're telling me you enslaved, you raped, you killed, and you created systems to oppress, and you're scared of me? I'm the bad guy? Like, how do you? It's like a sheep going up to a wolf going up to a sheep and constantly just trying to eat it, and the sheep finally responds by headbutting the wolf, and the wolf gets injured, and the wolf is now portraying this stereotype of sheep are all victims and are these violent individuals. Like, it's like, no, you provoked that reaction. You put Black people in these circumstances that made them have to react the way they did, and now you're stepping back and playing victim. This is the greatest Uno reverse card I've ever seen in life. How are you gonna enslave my ancestors and then create a stereotype that I am the one to be feared? How are you gonna create systems to oppress me, and then when I speak about it, say I am playing victim? How are you gonna provoke me by being racist, and then when I react, say that I'm chimping out, that I am like, what? Anyways, that's all I got to say. Don't take none of this. If you see comments like that, or even under your own video, if you make one, I think you shouldn't take it too personal, because I think it's more so coming from ignorance and people not understanding that multiple things can coexist. Just because you went through a different type of pain and you're not the same race as me doesn't mean my pain is not valid and that I can't express my pain just as you can. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got to say.